here. All right. I'm not sure what I got to do here to get this thing going. All right. IG, TikTok, Facebook, all that. We're getting started here. Uh, we are getting started in just 1 second. Got it.
Recording in progress.
Awesome. Here, can I go this way? Okay, there we go. All right, so let me get myself together. Awesome sauce. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, family. Good evening to everyone. Thanks to everyone who's joining on all platforms live. Thanks to everyone here in the building on our Zoom private chat. This is a really critical live stream opportunity for everyone. My name is Jay Morrison, for those who don't know. I'm one half of Credit to Cash Flow. My partner King Energy is also in the building. And this financial literacy program that we have is a faith-based financial literacy program that's literally about building wealth from the ground up, taking you all the way from the basics and fundamentals of credit, all the way to building up your profile, your businesses, your LLCs, your literacy, and then taking you to cash flow, right? Liquidating cash and getting the cash flow. So thank you for joining us tonight. And every Wednesday, we bring on special guest experts and we cover niche topics in wealth building. Tonight is going to be how to be your own bank, how to acquire real estate and other assets using life insurance and the power of life insurance as a wealth building tool. And I have one of my big brothers on I'm going to introduce in just a second. So we're going to be letting folks in all night. Make sure you're taking notes. You're in a controlled environment. You take this opportunity serious. Our goal on this Faith and Finance free webinar Wednesdays is to give you high level game and strategy, just like you would if you went to a mastermind or to a paid event. But we're offering it to the community for free at no charge, just to give you guys a sample and some strategy of what's out there and available to us once we have the knowledge, right? So, if you will, I'm going to ask everyone. I want to shout out to TikTok, IG Live, Facebook, YouTube, all you guys for joining. Thank you. Share this. Let more folks get on for this opportunity. Same thing for you guys on Zoom. Pass it. Text somebody you know in your family. This is something that everyone should have gotten coming out of high school, should have gotten in college, should have gotten coming into the workforce, but now we have it today, so don't worry about it. I'm going to open us up with a word of prayer. Please take your prayer postures, however that be for you. We put God in all of our business. I stand before you as a former 3-time felon, former high school dropout, a food stamp baby. And I've done some amazing things in business. I've impacted the world. I've been a leader in our community. I'm a husband and dad to 3. And I only can do that by the grace of God, His favor on my life. I've been through divorces, bankruptcies, foreclosures. I've been through the ringer, but also had massive successes in business and building wealth. And again, I contribute all that to God's call in my life, me being obedient to my purpose and having favor. So I have no issue. We're actually very intentional about acknowledging God and what He set for us to do for our families. In His word, He said, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. That's exactly what we intend to do. It's not just to help produce generational wealth for one generation. Our goal is to produce multiple generations of wealth for our children's children, aka our grandchildren. So, with all that being said, prayer postures. Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us another week of breath, of life, of the ability to think for ourselves, to produce another time, opportunity to worship you, to glorify you, to magnify you for all that you've chosen us to do in our individual lives, for creating a world that we have dominion over, that serves us, for giving us second and third chances at life, for giving us grace and mercy despite our flaws and our mistakes and our imperfections. We thank you for these family CEOs that are on the line tonight, that these legacy builders, these family patriarchs, these matriarchs, these folks who have committed to producing a better inheritance and better legacy for their children's children. Father, we just ask that you bless our businesses, bless our minds, make us open to receive what you have for us tonight, and that you give us the courage, the endurance, and the energy to do the work that will back our faith to produce results. We thank you for the opportunity to serve your people and to give them the gift of our knowledge, our experiences, our wisdom, and may your will be done. Amen. All right, so thank you guys for entertaining us and being here and trusting us to serve. Same for all you all on social. You can join the Zoom. The Zoom link is in my bio. You can join this private Zoom and be a part of the presentation, or you can be a fly on the wall on our social medias. So let's get into this, man. I want to introduce someone who is known as the financial gentleman. And if he's a financial gentleman, he's a gentle giant. Our guest expert tonight is, I don't call many big brother. I don't throw that around loosely. I'm not like that cool and that urban where everybody's my big bro. You got to really earn that title, big bro, or just brother to me. And I have a big bro in the line, someone who's a giant in the financial industry, someone who flew out to come see me a couple years ago, brought me this gift that still sits on my office desk, the alligator or the crocodile. And he gave me this alligator because he said, King, I see your vision. I see the calling God has on your life. I see the darts that you take, the shots that you take, and you got to have alligator faith. Alligators have some of the thickest skin on the planet Earth. And he brought me this cool desk office trinket. And it sits here on my desk to remind me daily that I have to have alligator faith on this journey of fulfilling my purpose. We all got an individual purpose. Yours won't be mine, most likely. Yours will be yours. But I am definitely bought into mine, regardless of what it may cost. Because I know that, again, my Father who made me would be pleased with what we do. So this man, this big brother, flew in to meet with me, just to pour into me, just to love on me, just to encourage me. And we built a very organic and genuine personal relationship and then professional relationship. We're now in business together. He started a series of umbrellas of financial franchises. I'm now going to be launching one soon, and you guys hopefully will be a part of that opportunity to have your own franchises in the financial industry. So he and I have just launched and partnered in that together. We've done some courses and classes together, but he is an expert when it comes to wealth building, legacy building, life insurance, estate planning, annuities, in the whole financial space. He's mega viral, over 1 million followers on TikTok and across all platforms. Always viral for just giving game, dropping gems in a very charismatic way, but very simple way we all can understand. He's a father, he's a husband, he's a man of God. Someone I truly respect and we did a lot of value with tonight. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to our guest presenter and speaker of the night. Again, my big brother is someone dear to me and I think is a true value add to the community. I'm going to introduce you to King Rory K. Douglas, the financial gentleman. Big bro, it's your floor. Make sure I take you off mute. Yeah, let's get you off mute. Let's get you off mute. There we go.
I'm not going to let you get away with that. That was great. Thank you for those words, man. They are heartfelt. But I wanted to say something to the audience, irrespective to you. Jay Morrison, I've been watching Jay for a long time. And he's been boots on the ground, and he's done everything. And not only has he done everything, he also went through a lot of trials and tribulations. And based on how he handled his trials and tribulations, those things are necessary to tell the truth. So this man is a true man of God. And I see him every day. He's getting stronger. He's getting wiser. And I thank you, man, for those words, man. They really, really touched my heart. And as you know, iron sharpens iron.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to work to bring information to our communities. And that's what it's all about. But thank you for having me tonight. And the words that I speak are coming from my heart, not my head. Even though information is in your head, but it's coming from my heart. And I'm just delighted to be here.
Awesome. So let's start with this. This is started out as free webinar Wednesdays. We've now added an extra layer to it. We call it Faith in Finance. because I want to be obedient. And God put on my heart to be more intentional about building the kingdom within finances. Because you can get a lot of people rich who have bad character, bad intentions, serve different gods, but we're getting them rich, and God told me to pour into the kingdom, right? So I keep that as a cornerstone to what we're building here, my partner and I, King Energy. So we always start with a prayer and a Bible verse on Faith and Finance Wednesdays. Give us one. You're a man of God. You're always quoting scripture to me. What verse does God have on your heart for our audience tonight?
Yeah, what comes to mind is a very vital scripture, Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed due to a lack of knowledge. And that is so important. We're not destroyed due to the lack of money. We're destroyed due to the lack of knowledge. And I think your topic and bringing faith into a finance, I don't know, there's a big difference between natural and supernatural. Most individuals do things naturally. If you work for 8 hours, you get paid for 8 hours. But when you put faith into it, you go into the supernatural. If you work for 8 hours, you get paid for 8 years.
Correct.
And I love that because when it comes down to finance, there is a whole nother dimension when it comes down to finance. That those who are good at finance, they haven't even experienced the other side of the supernatural. So once you learn finance, the basic principles of finance, there's another level. That's the spiritual level. That's the faith level. And I'm glad that you're saying that. And I always tell people the word debt. You know what debt stands for?
Tell me. Tell us.
Do everything but tithe. I'm going to say that again. Do everything but tithe. That's what debt stands for. So the seed principle is so important. You can't get around that. You give, you shall receive. And, the scripture said when the man robbed God, we rob God every day. But the bottom line is, I'm blessed to be in this financial space, but the center of everything that I'm doing is sowing seeds, and it's all supernatural. And I love it. And it's a wonderful life to be able to have the riches and also the wealth as well as peace. Because then a lot of people got riches and wealth that will pay you millions of dollars for a good night rest.
100%. I want to get to this life insurance and banking thing, but I do want to piggyback that point you just made. I was feeling a little like, I won't say unmotivated, but there was something missing, right? I had that feeling of something missing. And for a few months, I was moving and grooving, and I haven't given my tithes. I haven't given God an intentional his, right? And so last night, I actually did that, and man, my shoulders released. I felt good. And it wasn't about giving to a church or giving to a man or giving to whatever. And it can be that, whatever ministry, wherever God puts on your heart. For me, I gave to a few $1,000s, and really not for show, not for Instagram, not for screenshots, but just for God. And I gave it to a youth nonprofit that I know of. I once sat on their board, and they really do the work in regards to youth leadership, getting these kids off to college bus tours. And they put out something asking for some money for some of the kids to get seats to go to some of these colleges. And it was on my heart. It was like, you know what? A lot of times I give to ministries and give to churches. It was on my heart, like, give to these kids, give to these babies. And that really did something for me. And I know it's going to unlock blessings for me. It has to. Me being a blessing, in the word, God talks about serving the least amongst us, suffering the children, right? And I know when you give the children, guys, when you give to anything that's to the children, to elderly, to widows, to those in prison, those who are sick, when you serve those people, when you serve the least, you are guaranteed to be blessed. It's the word, it's universal law. And so that was just something that was a blessing for me. And so tonight we get to be a blessing in another way, and informing our people about this strategy of the wealthy called infinite banking, at-home banking, being your own bank. Keyboard, what does that mean to you? We have a whole audience here watching. What does it mean to you as a financial expert at the highest level to be your own bank and using life insurance to do it?
Yeah, what it means to me, King Jay, is that we're taught to go to school, get a good education, get out, get a job. And everything that we're taught is to work for it, to work for it. But one thing you'll learn, you will never get to the next level working for things. You're only going to get to the next level when you figure out how to make your money work for you. So that's what we were taught. We have to work for everything. And that's why I'm glad you brought faith into it, because when you have faith, even if it's the size of a mustard seed, and you bring faith into the equation, you know, you work your faith. You don't work a job, or you don't work somebody else's job, because today, you know, there's only two things you're going to be doing. You're either going to be working to fulfill your own vision or working to fulfill someone else's vision. And in today's society, the average individual is working to fulfill someone else's vision. So we have to learn, when it comes down to our finances, that we have to learn how to make our finances work for us. And time is up for being ignorant and not really knowing what's going on. We don't work for money. We learn how to transfer generational wealth to different vehicles like life insurance and things of that sort.
1000%. So the common question I get, I want everyone to be on the same page on, is we have these three, there's multiple policies. We have three common policies we hear about: term life insurance, IULs, whole life insurance. Can you give us kind of a synopsis of those three and what should we be looking at when we're talking about being our own bank and using life insurance to buy assets?
Yes. Well, I want to back up just a second, because
Sure.
9 out of 10 Americans pretty much have the wrong interpretation of life insurance. So when you listen to the word life insurance, you might as well say to transfer wealth. It doesn't say death insurance. The average American think life insurance, they think about death. But if you go back to the Rockefellers, the Rockefellers, even though they were known for oil, but it was a prerequisite that everybody had life insurance. So they wasn't working for their babies. They basically had life insurance on their babies. So whenever they died, they just transfer wealth from one generation to one next generation. So today we can have so many $1 million babies if we would kill that mindset of working for things and start transferring wealth. That's so important. But when it comes down to life insurance, the first life insurance policy ever created was term. And during that time, when it came down to term, you know, in America, you know, people died at a young age, pretty much whites, Caucasians, and the male was a breadwinner of the family. So males got term insurance policies. And the policies specifically was not to have a big funeral, to transfer wealth, to take care of their family. And term just means time. It's the first policy ever created. So you get a high cash value with a low premium, and anybody can afford it. You can work at McDonald's, have $1 million policy. So you got to really understand life insurance. Use life insurance as a vehicle to transfer wealth. So it's so phenomenal, but still to this very, very day, people still are in the illusion of saving for the future and doing those type of things. Well, the bank today on average give us -1%. Not only that, the bank don't give us compounding interest. They give us simple interest. And inflation right now is headed toward 4%. So if the bank is giving us -1% and inflation is 4%, we got to have at least 5% or greater just to get ahead. So we're living in a time now where saving money in the bank is actually losing money. So all of our strategies, we're actually losing. So you take life insurance, whether it's a term, which is just means time, or it could be whole life. That's for your whole life. And whole life is the second policy ever created. And one little issue with whole life, you don't get as much interest. You get about 2 to 4%. And then, you know, you have universal life, and then you have BL, and you have IUL. So I always tell people, BL, universal life, and BL had a baby called an IUL, where you get growth, safety, tax advantage, protection. So since you have all four things, you can actually be your own bank, because you can put money in life insurance and get more interest in the bank. Because the banks, when you put your money in the banks, they don't save money. The banks take your money and they invest your money, but you are taught to save money in the bank. It's a big lie, but the banks don't save money. They take the money and put it somewhere else. We can talk about where they put it at, but I'll tell you guys this. They put $190 billion last year, banks put in life insurance. What is the banks doing that you don't know? Why would the banks be putting that much money in life insurance? We have to listen and see what the banks are doing and learn to do what the banks are doing. That's why I phrased it BYOB. BYOB. Be your own bank. Do what the banks are doing. I call that smart banking. But we're so conditioned and taught to do things the old way that are losing models, and we continue to do it generation after generation. I want to wake people up and say, hey, we need $1 million babies, and it's very easy. You can do it through life insurance. Very, very easy. Every kid out there should have $1 million policy. So it's inexpensive. Why isn't that happening? Because we're still in the mindset, I'm saving for the kid. Well, here's the facts. 50% of an employee's monthly income in America today go on rent or mortgage. So all the statistics show us losing, but we keep on doing the same thing from one generation to one generation. But if you look at the Warren Buffetts, over $65 billion in life insurance. He don't say anything about it. You look at the Donald Trump.
Wait, how much? What?
$65 billion. They're transferring wealth. It's documented. I just Google it. They're going from one generation to the next generation to the next generation, and we're told, let's work for this generation, work for this generation. That's slavery. I'm not saying you shouldn't work, but the bottom line is you have to do the right type of work. As long as we are working for money, we're never going to get ahead. We have to learn how to make our money work for us. That's when we're going to get ahead. That's why I'm so happy about the knowledge that's being spread today. It's not about simple interest. It's about compounding interest. And our education should be compounded. And we need to grow as a community.
Man, that's so much. I want everybody to take notes. Everybody take notes on a few points I'm going to highlight of what King Rory just said so eloquently. I want you guys to pull from this. So, guys, when you have a term life insurance, it doesn't gain you any interest. It doesn't compound. It doesn't grow. What it does is it gives you a death benefit or your heirs a death benefit greater than normally than what you've invested. For a certain amount of years, you get access to that death benefit if you die within that term or time, right? But there's no other growth. You're not being your own bank, but you are at least investing into your future. That's how I look at life insurance, y'all. I look at life insurance as a flip, like a real estate flip or business flip. You put so much in and you expect to make a greater ROI later. So it's like, here we are tonight, which most call it Valentine's Day. Don't you guys realize that every single month there's a new holiday for you to spend money? It's Valentine's Day, then it's New Year's, and then it's Christmas, then it's Cinco de Mayo, then it's Mother's Day, then it's Father's Day. Then there's always a reason for you to consume. If you took all that money, then there's birthdays, and then there's housewarmings, and then there's baby showers. If you took all that extra consuming money and you were to actually invest it into your family, into even term policies, life insurance policies getting into, you start producing $1 million babies in generations, as opposed to kids who had good Christmases while you went broke. So term is just for time. Whole life has some good functions, but you're capped on your growth. You're capped on your returns. And what we're trying...
In term gets even better now. And most people don't even know this. And you know this because you're the real estate guru rather. There's a big difference between having a debt and carrying a debt. Having a debt and carrying a debt. Most Americans carry debt. How long it take to pay for a home? Anywhere between 15 to 30 years. So you carry debt for 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. The rich and the wealthy, they don't carry debt. They cover debt. So you take a term life insurance policy, and you guys want to write this down, there's a certain policy, it's a term policy that's called mortgage protection. They use it a lot out there, mortgage protection. Because if you are an insurance agent, you can't give people legal advice. But I can tell you it's called mortgage protection. And most of my clients, rich clients, have this. You can take a term policy to cover your home for 20 years or 30 years, and at the end of the term, they give you all your money back. Only in America. Only in America. But guess what? Most minorities are carrying debt all throughout their contract. They lose their home when it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So that's why I'm so happy that Jay opened up with not only education, also spirituality. The bottom line is our people are lost due to the lack of knowledge, not the lack of money. If you wasn't lost due to the lack of knowledge, you would know about mortgage protection. So if your loved one passed, the house is transferred tax-free to the family member, or whoever the beneficiary is. But today, one of our loved one died, and there's an argument, and we get into probate court because we ain't got a trust, and before you know, we losing everything. It's the same losing game from one generation to the next generation, but time is up for that.
Amazing. So guys, what we're talking about, if you get a mortgage out there, you can have insurance just to cover the debt of your mortgage so your family doesn't inherit that debt. Right?
And if you live the mortgage, you get all your money back that you put into it.
Big
Mortgage
time.
protection, write it down. Everybody should have it. You got a home, you should have mortgage protection. And not only that, whole life policies. If there's something, write this down, it's called final expense. Final expenses for whole life policy, which means it's specifically to bury you. And we shouldn't be having GoFundMes, bake sales, even holding signs on the corner to bury our loved ones. Listen to this, family. Final expense is so cheap that adults can get it for as little as $1 a day, kids 12 cents a day. Why are we doing GoFundMe? Lack of knowledge.
And so, now final expense, what if I got cancer? What if I got a pre-existing condition? Do I have options?
Yes. Final expense is, they work with people who had previous pre-existing conditions. And there's another thing I'm going to tell you guys about. Write this down because it's been around a long time, but it's just went public. It's called pre-needs. Write that down. Pre-needs. If our loved ones got cancer, strokes, heart attack, they're in hospice, they still can get insured. It's called pre-needs. And it's also mandated through the federal government. Everyone deserves to be buried. So there's a program that's called pre-needs for people with pre-existing conditions. And you pay a small fee to make, and pre-needs are only for a certain amount of money. Final expenses for a certain amount of money,
Right.
like $5,000 to $50,000.
Gotcha.
But whatever you use, if you just do cremation or whatever is left goes to the beneficiary. But keep that in mind. So many of our people are denied for life insurance, traditional, term, whole life, IUL. We're denied if our records are not right. But final expense and pre-need can get you approved. That's so important.
That's fire. Guys, this is a great baseline of Life Insurance 101. And so now, King Rory, as we get into, all right, I got my family covered with the basics. We got some term, we got some pre-needs, we got some final expense. We're covered there. How do we get in position to where we can start, like you said, beating the bank interest rates monthly, where we can start having life insurance as a safe tank for us, getting into other investments? What does that look like in this world of the wealthy?
Okay, well, there's actually a formula. And this formula I learned a long time ago when I worked for a Jewish firm. It's a simple formula, and I want everybody to take note. I want to give this information out tonight. When you're building a house from the ground up, what's the most important part? The foundation. So when you have life insurance, that's foundation. You got to have a solid foundation. Then you go from a solid foundation to debt management. You want to learn how to consolidate your debt or work on eliminate your debt. And then after you go from debt management, you go to emergency fund. There's something called the 10-20 rule. Listen, family, 10-20 rule. We should have at least 6 to 10 months of our monthly expenses saved up. So if you got $1,000 in expenses, you need a minimum of $6,000 saved up. The 20 represents your FIN number, F-I-N, FIN number, final income number, FIN number. It's 20 times your annual salary. So if you make $60,000 a year, that's $1 million. You need that for your FIN number, your final income number, based off how much you make. Then after you take care of your FIN number, then you go to investments. But we do things polar opposite. We want to invest first, and we leave out everything else. We leave out the debt. We leave out the foundation. We're doing it upside down. You got to do it in order. In other words, if your credit is not together, you're not together. So you got to work on each level. The foundation is life insurance. So if something happens to me, I'm covered. My family's covered. No sweat. Then I want to start working on my credit. I want to start working on everything else. Once I get everything together, now I can invest. Invest is the last thing. And most of our people are investing first. We invest in BMWs that we can't afford. We're investing everything that we can't afford with no foundation.
Yeah, you know, someone hit me on Instagram with a DM this morning and said, I want to start a business. I want to build a business, but I have bad credit. Any advice?
Oh, a lot of advice.
Hold on, right?
I got a lot of advice for that.
So what I told them was, me too. What I told them was, I said, stop skipping steps. I said, you want to build a business up with bad credit, but you want to focus on building your business. I said, build your credit up, and then your credit will help you build the business. Right? We're focused on trying to build this company and have employees and marketing and all these things with no capital base, which we can get from good debt from our credit, when the effort you put into starting this new LLC and this new business and all this money to a new business, put that effort into your credit, and then you'll have what you need for the business. Instead of trying to build a business on bad credit, right? So I agree with you with us skipping steps and not doing it right. So I really, really appreciate that. You had something for us, you said. You said something you wanted to show us?
I wanted to say this.
Tell me.
Family, there's two 9-digit numbers everybody needs. One 9-digit number, you have no control of it if you're an American. That's called your Social Security number. Then you have your EIN number. So you want to learn how to own nothing in America, but control everything. I'm going to say that again. Own nothing, but control everything. So when you have an EIN number, it's a corporation. That's a separate entity. With that corporation, you don't have any business using your regular credit because there's so many tax benefits. There's so many write-offs. And not only that, you got protection. If your corporation doesn't work out, you can start all over again. But if your credit can't, you got to start all over again also too. So the bottom line is get your credit together and have multiple corporations and start building multiple streams of income and generational wealth. That's how you get wealthy in America. You don't get wealthy operating out of your Social Security number. I don't know the last time I paid taxes. Oh, I better say that because they be looking at me. But I don't know the last time. Everything is legal. But the bottom line is, only in America, there's so many tax benefits. You can write everything out. You can write out your life insurance policy. If you're a business owner, how special is that? You can write out your life insurance policy premium by just being a business owner using your EIN, not your Social Security number. So once again, own nothing, but control every damn thing. We have to understand that.
That's some bars. All right, so we got this foundation of life insurance covered, and now there's many of us who are looking at, well, I keep hearing this term, be your own bank, BYOB, infinite banking, at-home banking, safe tank banking, all these different terms. And you mentioned these benefits of IULs. Let's go deep on that. Let's go deep into how's that work for the entrepreneur? How's that work in building wealth? You know, what are these benefits of the IUL specifically?
Okay, great question. First of all, there's 3 types of banking. And you should write this down, you guys. 3 types. We have traditional banking, we have infinite banking, and we have fractional banking. 3 types of banking. Traditional banking, 9 out of 10 Americans do that. They put their money in the bank. They trade their time for money. If they have a business, they put their money in the bank. That's traditional banking. And they get no interest. That's out the door. Then you have infinite banking. Infinite banking is what the rich and the wealthy do. They put their money where the banks put their money. That's called infinite banking. And you don't have to be rich to do infinite banking. You just have to have the knowledge. And thank God that Jay is highlighting these things. So you want to do infinite banking. The reason you want to do infinite banking because infinite banking is taking your money getting compounding interest off your money. And not only getting compounding interest off your money, infinite banking is safer than keeping money in the bank. Because this year alone, banks have been closing. And the banks, by law, are only secured up to $250,000. Some banks, $100,000. But the bottom line is, when you put your money in life insurance, it's insured, which means you can't lose. That's why the banks put their money in life insurance. That's so important. So your money is safe. Not only is it safe, write this down, folks. There is an Internal Revenue Service tax code, 7702. Write that down. 7702. Go back and look it up. 7702 is specifically for life insurance. IRS tax code, all these things are tax-free. So infinite banking is what you want to do. Now, fractional banking is the third type of banking. That's what the banks in America do. And you didn't know this. The banks in America, by law, LAW, are only required to keep 10% of your deposits. So I put $1,000 in the bank deposit, they're only required to keep 100. Where does the 9 go? See? So we have to keep that in mind. We have to do the same thing the banks are doing. And people are waking up. That's why banks this year got $170 billion less deposits. Banks now are giving people money to put money in the bank because people are waking up. So you got to learn how to do infinite banking, do what the bank is doing. And not only that, it's safe and it's all tax-free. So those are the three types of banking. So you want to make sure you're doing infinite banking. And how do you do infinite banking? You do it through a life insurance policy. Because a life insurance policy gives you compounding interest. Write this down. The rule of 72. Work for you or it can work against you. It works for you to receive the interest, like a credit card or a bill, but it works against you, for you if you're receiving interest. So you want to make sure you're getting compounding interest. That's so important because if you ain't getting compounding interest, your money's not growing, it's going. So you take a life insurance policy, be your own bank, and then it gets even better than that. Now you have something that's called long-term care, and everybody should have it because long-term care is one of the most expensive costs in America. If you get sick, it takes about $150,000 just for one nurse. So you want to make sure you got long-term care while you're still healthy. It's so cheap. So if something happens to you, the life insurance company is paying you. That's long-term care. People don't realize that. Your life insurance company is paying you. You don't have to go into your personal asset. That's called long-term care. Then tax advantage, 7702. Check this out. When the tax advantage is so important that you can borrow against your own money without touching your money. Let's just say you have a life insurance policy and you've been saving money in your policy over time. You got $100,000 King J in your life insurance policy. You call a life insurance company and say, hey, I want to borrow $80,000. No problem. No credit check. They can look at your credit score. No credit check. No nothing. Give you $80,000 without touching your money. Your money stay in the account getting uninterrupted compounding interest. You got $80,000. Nobody's going to call you. Hey, you owe $80,000. What are you going to pay? If you never pay it out, it comes out your death benefit. So the rich and the wealthy, not only are their own bank, they take their own money and leverage it without even using it. That's kind of game is out here, man.
So guys, many of you who are leaving an old company, maybe a 401k, you got equity in your home that's appreciated, you bought a single family, a duplex, you have equity now, you have cash you saved up, you have these different instruments. You can, with this infinite banking and at-home banking strategy, being your own bank strategy, you can dump that money literally into your life insurance policy, right? You get a limit as you can do per year, your MEC limit. But if you meet that MEC limit, meaning you can't put any more in for the year, you can open another policy and then max that one out. Or put it under your family or other loved ones or employees. So you can literally have many banks under your different LLCs, under your employees, under your families.
And you can write your employee salaries off. Only in America.
Yeah.
You can get life insurance policies and write your employee salaries off as an expense. So you can write your life insurance policy off as an expense. How much? Where can you do this at? But guess what? The game has been around a long time, but they have been giving it to us. They told us life insurance just to bury someone.
Right.
Use this since the beginning of time.
It's bigger than that. So think about it like this, guys. If you put 10,000, 30,000, millions into your life insurance policy, it's getting uninterrupted compounding interest. On our credit to cash flow mentorship call yesterday, we do a private call every Tuesday. Queen Audra brought up the concept. We're going to ask everybody right here in the chat today, on the chat on social media, and those on the chat here on our Zoom. Would you guys rather have $1 million cash or a penny that doubles every day for 30 days? $1 million cash or a penny that doubles every day?
Better give me that penny right away.
This man knows about compounding interest. Listen, family, a penny that doubles every single day for 30 days is over $5 million of compounding interest. A penny that doubles every single day versus $1 million in cash. So compounding interest for us is that our returns continue to create returns, and we get returns on our principal and the returns on those principal and returns. And that keeps happening in our life insurance policy all while we're alive. But we still have separately a death benefit that the life insurance is promising our heirs.
Payout.
Our payout. So we got uninterrupted compounding interest on one hand. We got death benefit on the other hand. And then King Roy
Why run into the bank, put money in the bank?
And then, as you just mentioned, you can borrow against that money, not take it out. It stays in, it stays earning, it stays compounding, it stays interrupted. But you can borrow against it up to 95+% you can take out of the money, not take out, take against, because it never comes out. So your money stays there for life earning, but you can still leverage against it and pull it out to go buy real estate, to buy Toro cars, to buy trucks, to buy vending machines, to buy ATMs, to buy SBA small businesses, to buy franchises.
As a business owner.
What I've told clients is I don't care if it's a luxury, you want to treat yourself, it's your birthday, you've done well, you saved, you got your foundation, and you want to go buy a $20,000 or $30,000 Rolex. Before you go do that, dump that $30,000 into your life insurance, leverage against it, then go buy the Rolex. So now your 30 is earning you uninterrupted compounding interest, increased your death benefit, and you still got the watch. If you want to go put money down on a real estate asset or property, you want to go buy a property cash. Before you go buy the property cash, go put the property in the bank, infinite banking, allow it to start earning uninterrupted compounding interest for you, increasing your death benefit, leverage against it immediately, and use that for the down payment on your home or for your cash purchase. So that way you're still buying the home, you're still flipping it, you're still getting appreciation, the cash flow, the tax advantages, the forced depreciation, the cost segregation, the interest on the mortgage. You're getting all of that, all the real estate benefits, but then you are getting the compounding interest benefits and the increased death benefits. So I want to make that very plain for everyone, the economic growth opportunities. And I'll tell you, I say this all the time, as a black man in America, and I just watched a documentary last night called not Game Recognized Game, Game Something Game. It's about the NBA and their efforts in the NBA to help against social injustice. And they had the murder of the brother Blake, and the murders of Eric Garner, the murders of Alfred Wright, the murders of Breonna Taylor, and so many others. And as vulnerable as we are, one of the strongest confidence builders I have, outside of physical assets and real estate and all those things, is being able to invest XYZ a month and know that I have a multi-million-dollar policy for my heirs. It gives me peace of mind however this goes and whenever I go, because I will go and you'll go. We're all going to go. But I have a peace of mind knowing that I've set up a big flip for my heirs. So instead of spending a big amount on a car note or other things, I dump it into life insurance, making sure there's a bigger bag at the end for my family. So, King Roy, tell me and us about the protections of life insurance. You talk about the money being protected. What does that look like, and how with us putting it in life insurance is it more protected than being in our bank account?
Well, first of all, banks don't have your money. You can very well say that the life insurance company's got all of the money. That's hidden secret. And we don't understand that. Banks have no money. Life insurance company has all of the money. And not only that, you can never go back in American history and see life insurance companies close down, can't pay out, but the banks can't pay out. So life insurance is the only vehicle that is 100% safe. And, thank God, like a lot of the sports players that I'm working with now, they're getting life insurance policies and dumping their money in life insurance policies and borrowing against it. And they understand wealth. So right now, I'm so happy that we're starting to talk about these vehicles, but I would urge everybody to start doing these things fast because there's some regulations where they're trying to change things because people are waking up. So now that this game is free that we're giving, and it's very rare in our communities, we got to take advantage of this game. So I think every a person in our community should have life insurance. Everybody should have it. And I guarantee you, if we all have life insurance, it wouldn't be no Eric Gartners and all those different types of things. Because if I shoot a little kid down in the inner city, I got to pay $1 million for doing so. They're not going to do that. The reason we keep being preyed upon and being murdered and mutilated is because of a lack of knowledge. But as soon as we get the financial pace in order and protect our families and our communities, this stuff will stop. But it's not going to stop as long as we are lacking the knowledge of all these different things. And people don't realize that every time a kid is shot down, I don't want to tell you all the numbers, but they make money off of that. Today, prisons look at third graders' reading scores to determine how many beds they're going to have. All these things are happening, Jay. It's all systematic. But right now, we got knowledge out here, and I'm so happy about it that we passed that baton on. My main objective is to give this information to the young and the old, but the young people, they can take it and run with it. And there's never been a time in America where you got artificial intelligence, you got technology, and you got all this information. Nobody deserves to be broke right now, unless you want to be broke.
So if I got my money in my life insurance policy and again that compounding interest, I got to pay taxes on that yearly?
No, you got to pay tax on it yearly. One thing I want to say to people when I talked about 7702, you want to know something. It was 7702, bankruptcy can't touch it, creditors can't touch it, lawsuits can't touch it. Think about that. I ain't gonna say that, but child support can't touch it. 7702. So when you think about someone like O.J. Simpson, he basically beat the trial and he got convicted in a civil trial, but they couldn't touch nothing. His football pension under 7702. Everything is up under 7702. So that's why I said earlier, own nothing, control everything. You also got to protect your assets. That's so important. And having a trust is so important because we got so many people out there got a will. But if you have a will without a trust, you're still going to probate court. So you have to make sure that you have a trust and put everything in your trust, because if you don't have a trust and you got a home and you need some assistance, whether it's your home or whatever it may be, you got to go on the equity of your home and take care of yourself. But if it was in the trust, you wouldn't have to do that.
Big bars, big bars. So family, we have some keys I want to break down. We already heard about the compounding interest, the death benefits, IUL infinite banking, also the protections, right? Deferred interest on your gains. You have protections, that's 7702?
7702, and then the taxes are so key, because I want to make sure the family understand this. Write this down really quick. Tax now, tax later, tax advantage. Once again, tax now. Matter of fact, I'll share my screen. I want them to see this.
Do it. Let's go.
For you.
Yeah, you should be able to share. You got ability.
Yeah, I want them to see this. I want everybody to see this. It's on my little brother's channel, and I want to give some major game for everybody. Okay, let's see here. All right, I want you guys to see something. Let me pull this up. Jay, can you see my screen yet?
I can see it well.
Okay, I want people to see this. Okay, now, there's 3 types of taxes. And in most cases, 3 types of people. We want to see where you fit in. We have Tax Now. And if you got kids, I want you to really listen up. If you got kids, I'm going to give you some game.
So it says, there we go. Full screen.
Okay, so if you got kids, keep in mind, monies that are in the bank are taxed. So the same bank that doesn't save your money, tax your money. Not only that, money's in the banks. If you look down, it counts towards FAFSA, a financial aid. Our young kids are getting debts and loans because of our financials. We don't know how to set it up. Last year, all credit card loans and car loans combined, Jay, all credit card loans and car loans combined did not surpass student loans. So monies in the bank are reported to FAFSA. Not only that, money's in the bank, if you go down, it impacts your Social Security. Money that are in the bank also is included in your state. So that's showing you right there. All those things happen. Now look what happens. If you got a 401k and IRA, those type of things, monies that are in 401ks, by the way, write this down. There's no such thing as a 401k account. A 401k is an Internal Revenue Service tax code. Go look it up. 401k is not an account. There's no account called 401k. It is an Internal Revenue Service tax code. 401k, 403b, 457, those are IRS tax codes. It's just the government following your money on your job until the time you pay your FICA. So monies that are inside of these accounts, taxed later or deferred, reported to FAFSA. So you got monies inside these retirement plans hurting your kids from getting a full manifestation of scholarships and grants. Monies that are inside of these plans potentially have an 85% Social Security taxation. 85%. And they're included in your state. Now, look at life insurance. Money that's in the life insurance does not affect FAFSA. So if you go in the bank and you want to save for your kids, they're going to throw a 529 savings plan in your hand. Here's a 529 savings plan. Guess what? 529 savings plan, the bank is reported to FAFSA. Your kids go in debt. But if you have money in a life insurance policy, it's not reported to FAFSA. So we lose it right from the start. Money in a life insurance policy does not affect Social Security. You running around wondering, I'm making a little extra money, I'm gonna get in trouble, I'm gonna lose my Social Security. You shouldn't be having no money nowhere. It should be in your life insurance policy, like the rich and the wealthy. And monies in a life insurance policy are not included in your estate. See? So life insurance is much more, my dear brother, than just what people think it is. It's so good. I mean, it's too good once you start learning these things.
And the growth is 100% tax-free growth.
Tax-free.
So we want to open this conversation up for everybody to give you guys a deeper look into the world of being your own bank and what that means. Think about it. The bank is making these infinite gains. We have the opportunity to make infinite gains and tax-free gains, to be protected, to give death benefit. And for our sake here at Credit to Cash Flow, we're showing you guys how to build up a strong personal credit profile and build up strong fundable businesses and LLCs, and so that you can get an infinite amount of funding and a capital base that never shows on your personal credit report as debt. And you can take that business debt and go buy assets, but with the gains that we make and the cash flow that we make, we can be building up these reserves, and there's 100% growth and uninterrupted compounding interest in our life insurance that we still can leverage against to go buy more assets. While
So every family should have a family bank.
While it's protected from bankruptcies and divorces and litigations and IRS and all that. So you have protected cash with a stronger death benefit and uninterrupted growth. So we want to just give you that, and we're going to continue this conversation because I want to get into you guys what we're going to do on Tuesday at our private call. So I want to open that opportunity up for those of you who are not in our group. What I'm going to do Tuesdays, I'm going to show you guys. I get all the talking from everybody right about this. I'm going to show you guys where I actually did this, where I dumped and maxed out my mech limit in my premium. I borrowed against it and went and bought a multifamily in New Jersey with my brother, and we flipped that property using my life insurance as a down payment.
Hey, cash is trash. I bought 40 Rolexes. I'm not trying to impress nobody, but I bought 40 Rolexes. That's investments. Cash is trash.
All going up in value. Yep, all those Rolexes going up in value, right? Assets. Right? So guys, what I want to do right now, and my partner Energy put in the chat, good point. We get debt that somebody else pays for. See, there's good debt and bad debt. Bad debt is debt that you get that you got to pay for. We get good debt. We get debt that somebody else is going to pay for. Right? And so I want to show you guys on Tuesday in our private mentorship call, I want to show you a real case study and a real example of how I looked at the numbers too, right? Because you got to do the math. If I'm going to borrow against this, what does it cost me to borrow against it? Even though I'm going to pay it back till later, but still, what does it cost me? Versus me getting my 75% from the bank or 80% down from the bank. I'm going to borrow the rest from myself while my money's earning for me uninterrupted. I'm going to finance my property 100% financing, but leveraging the money I got. So think about this. One of our students was able to get $50,000. Multiple of our students, but I got one particular case. One of our students got $50,000 cash, 0% APR, right? $50,000 credit card, 0% APR for 15 months.
Oh man, you got me going, Jay.
Right? Now, that $50,000 at 0% APR for 15 months, what does that do at my IUL was earning for me at 9.75 for a long time. What is that $50,000 taken off the credit card that, again, is no collateral, is unsecured, is a business credit card, it doesn't show in your personal credit report? What does that $50,000 do when you can cash out the credit card? Because remember, a credit card, pretend this is a card, this is a phone, but pretend it's a card. A credit card is only a credit line, y'all. They just give you a physical card to make you want to swipe it in stores and buy things. A credit card is only a HELOC, minus the property. It's only a home equity line of credit, but you don't need no home. They give you a plastic card instead and hope you buy things. You don't have to be a consumer with your credit card. You can literally be an investor with your credit card, the same as you can be an investor with your home equity line of credit or your refinance. Or you could be a consumer with your home equity line of credit or your refinance. You can literally go consume. You can take your refinance home equity line of credit and go buy a Benz, go on vacation, go buy Louboutins and Gucci and Chanel with your refinance or HELOC. The same as you do with your credit line, aka credit card. Or you can flip it and invest off your HELOC, invest off your refinance, or invest off your credit card, aka credit line, with a little plastic thing. They make you think mean something. So what I'm saying is, imagine that $50,000 put into your life insurance policy, earning you 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever percent, uninterrupted, compounding, protected, greater death benefit, and then you can leverage against it and still go pay the card back off. Or go buy an asset, while 0% APR, use it as a down payment, flip that asset, then pay the card off, and now you made all free money, and with everything I just said, you spent no money out of your own pocket the last 5 minutes I was talking.
Jay, they're going to hate me for this, but I'm going to give it to your audience.
Let's go.
Listen, I'm going to tell you guys something. It is no reason why your young people should have college debt. Let me show you something that I've done for several people, and I've done actually for family members. You set up a life insurance policy. The kid gets out of college.
Big game.
If they got $50,000 worth of debt, $20,000 worth of debt, borrow against your life insurance policy, pay the $20,000 out without even touching it. The kid has no college debt. If the kid wants a car, borrow against your life insurance policy, go buy him a car without even touching it, and they're paying back into their own life insurance policy. So we don't have, we shouldn't be in debt. It doesn't make sense. So the bottom line is no kid should have college debt. I said earlier that last year, all credit card loans and car loans combined did not surpass student loans. So we have to learn how to use life insurance to be able to pay off college debt so our kids are college debt free. Because the credit card companies are on the campus ready to give them a credit card, ready to put them in debt. They can pay their debt off and not only pay their debt off without touching their own money. That's why you start when you're young. So you can set the kids up from babies to college with no debt, from college to transferring wealth to millionaires. And you don't get that by working for it on a job, J-O-B, just over broke. I call it a jail operating as a business. That's just what I call it. But the bottom line is learn the rules of the game so you can transfer wealth and you can eliminate debt. And as Jay was saying, you have to understand good debt and bad debt. As long as you got good debt, it works for you, not against you.
That's right. And imagine building up your personal credit profile despite your other equity, liquidity, savings, or you might not have any, and being able to get good debt that somebody else is going to pay for. And when you swipe the business card, they're going to give you 3% back. So if you swipe 50,000, right, you just made 1,500 on the swipe. So you got 1,500 back on the swipe, put it into your life insurance, leverage against it, bought an asset, put it back, and now you got your own bank with more uninterrupted, uncompounding interest. That's credit to cash flow, y'all. That's what we're teaching here. So I want everybody to do this. Everybody on my Zoom, everybody on my TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I want you guys to write down, it's all one word, all one word. Everybody write this down, all one word, everybody together. Write out credit, that's the first word. No spaces though, no spaces. No caps are needed either. Write out credit. Next to credit, put the number 2. Just the number 2. Not TWO, just the number. No spaces still. So we have credit and the number 2. After that, put cash flow. All one word, cash flow. Credit, number 2, cash flow. Now put a period and put pro next to period. No spaces. Credit to cashflow.pro. Put that in the chats. Put that in your 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 chats. Credit to cashflow.pro. This is our mentorship program where we give you this high level information. And for everyone that joins us in 2024, my partner and I have committed to giving all of you, I'm going to give you all what you get. You're going to get it, for one, you're going to get a 30-minute. And what I'm going to do for anyone that joins by midnight tonight, we'll give you an extra 15 minutes. So we'll give you a 45-minute one-on-one, or really a 2-on-1 personal consulting session. We'll go over your life insurance with you. We'll go over your credit report with you. We'll go over your real estate with you. We'll go over your budget with you. Whatever you need to go over, we'll give you a 45-minute personal consultation, 2-on-1, 2 experts, and we'll really break it all down for you and give you a personal game plan. Right now, I want to know, what would that be worth to you guys to get, mind you, this is free, but what would it be worth to you guys to get 45 minutes of me, you haven't even met my partner yet, who's a genius, of us 45 minutes working on your own personal family financial plan? What would that be worth to you for 45 minutes of experts diving into your mess, diving into your blueprint, how you scale? What's that worth to you? And we're going to give it to you for free. 45-minute 2-on-1 session, right?
My God, they should be running to do that.
Listen,
that's unbelievable.
On top of that free 45-minute session, if you sign up by tonight, if you sign up past midnight tonight, it's 30 minutes, a 30-minute session. But by midnight tonight, you sign up, 45-minute free session. We're also going to give you over 100 hours of these kind of online trainings, professional online trainings, breaking down the action steps to personal credit building, to personal credit repair mastery, to LLC mastery, business funding mastery, business credit mastery, non-PG and PG. We're going to go over life insurance with you. We're going to go over real estate with you, how to evaluate deals, wholesale, flip, landlord, build your team, build your brand, analyze deals. We're going to go over all that with you, give you all the access to trainings and our referrals like King Rory, our tax referrals, our mortgage referrals, our lender referrals, over 500 banks that we use, all our 0% APR credit cards. We're going to give you all of that, all the ebooks, PDFs, the credit dispute letters. We're going to give it all to you in student resources and a private community And you'll have us also every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Eastern as guidance and mentors every single week throughout the rest of 2024.
This is good, man. This is unbelievable, man. Thank you for that, Jay. This is unbelievable.
Now, if I was a betting man and a betting businessman, I'd be dropping a price tag to you of 25 grand, 15 grand, discounted 10 grand, discounted 5 grand, discount. Guys, that whole program we're giving you, all 2024 weekly guidance and mentorship, your private 45-minute session, over 100 hours of lectures, all the resources, and a student community of hundreds of entrepreneurs that are on the same track as you. All that is 1111 for the year. For the whole year.
Oh my God.
Not for the one session, not for the one consultation. The whole year of 2024, it's $1,111. And we have all kinds of split pay, financing if you need it, whatever it is. You're literally getting 2 coaches, a whole community, 100 hours of training, all the resources, and a private 45-minute session for about $1,000. I can't serve you any greater.
Because you care and you want people to have it. I mean,
I'm identifying the winners, King Rory. If someone can invest a little bit in themselves, how much more can I invest in them? I go live Monday night, Thursday night, and Friday night and allow you to ask me anything on Ask Jay Live. Anything. I don't hold back. I go live on Wednesday night and give you a free webinar Wednesday. That's 4 nights a week. All I ask for is for 1 night a week, Tuesday nights, if you want our private Zoom and our private guidance, our private mentorship, that you invest a little over $1,000 for the year in your business. It's 100% tax write-off. It's tax deductible. And it's an opportunity for you to grow and pour into your business. So right now, anyone on any of the platforms, if you want to get this level, high-level information and get us to guide you weekly, we're putting a link in the chat right now. You guys just typed it. It's credit2cashflow.pro. You can join tonight. If you join by midnight, we'll give you the 45-minute free session. I want to bring on real quick a couple of our existing students, and I want them to actually tell you guys about what they've been able to do in our program. So it's not King Jay talking. It's not just being charismatic, dropping some game. We want to show you real results and real receipts. I didn't tee anybody up, but I'm going to ask my students. I've seen a few here. King Kenneth, King Mark, are any of you guys available to hop into the chat? King E can help guide you in. I want Facebook, Zoom, Instagram, YouTube. I want you guys to hear this and see what $1,000 investment into your business for the year, what it can net and benefit you and your family outside this free gaming information, like real dollars and cents. Ken, you in position tonight? And let's see if I see anything. Peace.
Peace. How's everybody doing?
Well. So Ken, you've been in the program since when? June, July?
June 2023.
Awesome. Can you share with the student body tonight, what have you been able to accomplish as an entrepreneur, and what have you learned significantly as an entrepreneur coming into the program since June of 2023?
Well, number one, I definitely learned that, a mentor, man, the person that's already where you're actually trying to go is very important. It saved me a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of headaches and hurdles. So, all the information is right there actually for you. So that right there is definitely important, number one, and for me, being able to be inside the program, man, like, it just got me quicker, like, faster to my goals. I was able to acquire, lots of assets, buy a house, being able to, buy a vehicle and put it on Toro, $300,000 in funding, so this game right here, man, is mind blowing, to be able to know that we can be out on base, get 0% interest credit cards, these reward points, so it's pretty much like you're not spending no money out of your pocket. So to me, I feel like, 1111, man, like, listen, this is worth like 50K. I don't see, like, y'all got to get in, man,
So Ken, you said you bought a property so far since June. You bought a rental car to rent out, and you got over $300,000 in funding. So how'd you buy the car? That money out of your pocket? I mean, that's not a big strategy there.
Not at all. All of this was zero money out of my pocket. It was from me pretty much just liquidating the credit cards, the reward points off the credit cards. I was able to buy a vehicle with that. So it's like no money out of my pocket. I'm like, I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so what about the real estate? I know you put money down on the real estate though.
No, not my money. This is $0 out of my pocket, liquidating the credit cards and putting the money into the real estate, so with that, and also being able to put more money from these credit cards on other properties, also just partnering and also, with other people. So, this is zero. I didn't spend anything out of my pocket at all.
So you bought
And,
you bought a property with a credit card,
yes, I did. Yes, sir.
0% interest?
0% interest. And
All
that's
right.
on cash flow money right there. So, if I was, if I was you guys, man, like I would take that step, man. Take action. Whatever you want out here is for you. We have to, renew our minds, and get with wise counsel. So it was the best thing that I could have ever done in my life. I say that, it saved me a lot of time because I was just going around in circles, like pretty much. So by me actually getting a mentor, they set up a game plan for me. They pretty much gave me the blueprint of, what's my freedom goal, and after that, that was it. Sky's the limit from there.
Amazing. We appreciate you, King. I'm going to be calling Kristen, Queen Kristen, King Dennis in a second. Someone asked in the chat, was income a factor? Family, we're talking about no pay stubs needed, no tax returns needed. We're talking about no job needed, and literally walking away with the bank's money. This credit to cash flow, y'all. It's the real deal. Okay, Kim, before you go, what's that? I think it's very special when we talk about family here and legacy. What were you able to do with your family, leveraging the knowledge you were able to obtain?
I opened up LLCs with my family members, fixed their credit, and got them funded. So, they're already up at least like what 35, 40K just from, me getting this information. So it's very important, man, because this information that I went out here, got the information, brought it back to my family, so it's like this is what we're supposed to do, build generational wealth, like the information that, I wasn't getting at home, I went out here and got it, and now I'm able to bring it back to my family and, save my family's life, save them time, so they don't have to be, a slave constantly just working for $1. So, I definitely appreciate it though, man, all that you do for the community though, seriously.
No, we appreciate you. God, we all have the same opportunity. We're giving you access to this entire community. King Ken helps folks with their credit in our community. People lean on him as a kind of a senior student. If you want somebody like him, outside me and King Ian, big mentors, if you want somebody who's a student like you, but who's advanced and growing, he'll work with you or tap in with you. He's been able to actually make money off his own credit repair knowledge he's gotten from the program, start your own credit repair business. There's so many options you can tap in from this. But we really appreciate you, King Ken. Let me bring up the Queen Kristen, if she has a second. She usually does. Let's see if she's ready for me.
Please, family, yes, I'm always ready.
Yeah, you stay ready. You got to get ready. Queen Kristen, tell us all about your experience and highlights being in the credit to cash flow community and program.
Yeah, sure. So I actually started the end of June in 2023. And so what I love about my experience and my journey is I started from scratch, like all the way at the beginning. And so it's actually funny because I was looking through my paperwork today and I realized that when I first started with the credit to cash flow mentorship, I thought I had a 600 credit score. Y'all, I actually had a 598. I wasn't even in the 600 club. And so just with me like putting in everything that, as far as like the steps that we need to take, with me taking every step provided to us through the program, I was able to get like all of the negative things that were impacting my credit profile, got all of that taken off. And so what I was able to do was to take my credit score from a 598 to a 720. And then outside of that, I was actually able to get paid from the creditors who had the negative information on my credit profile. I actually got them to pay me to actually take the information off my credit profile.
Y'all, she got paid thousands by the credit bureaus for wrongly putting things on her credit. They paid her to repair her own credit.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
Yeah, they did. And not only with that is, now that I actually have the knowledge of what I need to do next, that to me, that's like the key, because so you hear people talk all the time about how, credit is king, but then when you have that credit, you don't know what to do with it. So Just to kind of piggyback off of what King Kenneth was saying is like having a mentor, somebody who's already in position of where you're trying to get to. That's really, really important because now I'm actually in a position to actually get the funding that I need, you know, but had I not had the proper knowledge to get my credit fixed, then I wouldn't even be in the position that I am in today. And I, you know, did this all within less than a year. So it's life changing.
God, we're talking less than a year, yo. You getting a college level education for $1,111 investment, education that you'll never lose it, and it'll multiply, right? So the link is here in the chat on Zoom. You guys type the link. The link is also in my bio on all social medias. Credit to Cashflow.pro. It's 2024 mentorship, weekly guidance every Tuesday, a 45-minute free 2-on-1 guidance and strategy session. If you sign up by midnight, 30-minute session after that. You get all the tools, all the resources. All you gotta do is invest a little something to yourself and do the work. I'm gonna bring on one or two more of our students. I'm gonna bring on King Dennis. I see you somewhere here. Let's see if King Dennis, if you're in position. Next time I'll give you a heads up.
Peace, y'all. This King Dennis.
King D, just tell them real quick some of your highlights from being in our program.
Well, I mean, where do I start? Let me start. Well, King Kenneth and the Queen, they touched on some real powerful things. But let me just start with how the community comes together and help one another after we have a mentorship call. How all of us, you know, we can lean on each other, like you said, with, you know, hollering at King Kenneth. But I want to also add that who you bring to the cause, who you bring to our mentorship, the plug, so to speak. Like, you like the brother you brought on tonight, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're actually able to reach out and touch and communicate with these people, and wherever our vision take us, you provide the avenue to get us there with the connect, so to speak, you know, like with the with loan officers, with the SBA, with FHA, like real people that's in these professions that have the wherewithal to, if we have a vision, we have a deal on the table, we can go to an SBA individual, FHA, and so on and so forth, and get deals done. So, like, it's not just the information and knowledge, it's actually being able to bring something into fruition, to make something tangible, real business, like with King Kenneth, you know, buying a house, buying a car, putting it on Turo, like, and it's just the beginning. You know, we're going to be getting commercial buildings and, you know, so on and so forth. So it's just, it's been an awesome experience for me. I've been with the family since November. You know, my credit score, it was like light 700, now I'm at 779, all of them above 750, you know, and I love what you stress, how you stress like getting your personal credit together first, because you have to be a PG to go into getting, you know, funding on the business side. And once your PG is established, that foundation being established, when you go over to the business side, you're able to get, you know what I'm saying, funding like King Kenneth, 300K. Then you able to delete that the next day, far as once you get the credit card or whatever. So it's, you know, I mean, it's the sky's the limit, you know what I'm saying, kings and queens. So I would have, for 1111, like I know you heard it already, but it really is a steal. Like that, the course, what we're embarking on, what we're a part of, is easily, you know, 50K situation, you know, 50K course, because they're teaching things that we wasn't taught in school growing up. The financial literacy that we're getting now, it's like, it's legacy building, it's legacy changing, that we will be able to leave a legacy for our children and our children's children with this information. And, you know, it's
So King D, I will cut you off. I wanted to ask, so those were very eloquent words and very inspirational. somebody in the chat is thinking, all right, that sounds good, man, but what you actually done? What kind of capital have you seen from the program?
The man, man, where I start, we just seen at least $1 million in funding amongst our group, you know. So I mean, it is real. It's real talk. It's real that I seen, you know, about $1 million, and that's just the beginning. You know, we looking to have millionaires. We looking to have a few millionaires in our group by the end of this year.
Real talk. Real talk. Appreciate you so much.
The first one to post. I'll be the first millionaire. I'm gonna let y'all know. Capping.
Yo, King Dennis has been going to work. King Rory, you mentioned something big earlier. Our people perish for lack of knowledge. And what we're talking about tonight is how we flourish from the gaining of knowledge. We die from the lack of knowledge, but we flourish and we live for the gaining of knowledge, right? So,
Man, I want to cut you off, man, but I got to really commend you, because to hear those young people talking the way they're talking, you got to get your flowers now, man. Thank you for what you are contributing to this generation.
Listen, all praises due to God. I thank him for a great partner in King Energy, a great community who responded when he heard my voice. And I love serving, as you know, like you. I can do this all day, every day. This is fun to me. I love serving and watching people implement things in their lives so their children ain't got to be food stamp babies, right? So, you know, again, guys, we're giving you guys 24 to 48 hours, man, to hop in this program, make a change in your life. King Roy, I thank you for your words tonight. If you got 1 second, I want to bring another student or so on. I want you to sound us off. But guys, if you have not taken action, you can take action right now. Join the program, get access to the lessons, the curriculum, and your private session. Let me see who's in here. Let me bring on, you know what? Ayo Deli, you want to come on? I haven't brought you on before. I think you need to come on, King. Then I'll bring on King Mark, and we gonna allow everybody to join or make their move. Let's see if King Ayo Deli, he was on last night. There you go. Talk to him, King.
Yes, peace, family. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to be here. Well, I must say that I'm leaning on the shoulders of giants here. You know, King Energy, King J. Thank you. You know, it's one thing to have high level knowledge of all these things, but coming into the program, that's what I've always done. Watch YouTube videos and things like that. But you know, those are high level. Coming into the program, man, I was able to look at each of the videos. Some of those videos are very, very specific, right? The things you need are what you're being given. And then you look at the videos and you get into action. And the good thing is we come in on Tuesday, the Tuesday calls, and then we are able to ask personal questions to our mentors and then giving us the game on how to go, you know, play the game. Personally, this has really, really helped me. I've cleaned my own personal credit, cleaned that for my wife, cleaned it for my sister as well. And then we're going into real estate business as well. And the good thing is some of the knowledge I need for real estate is even in the program. So what more can I ask for? So I'm just, you know, encouraging everyone, try your best to just join the program. You know, it's more than the value. I mean, it's more than the cost. The value it's just out of this world. Let me just put it that way, right? You know, as you can hear, I do have an accent. I'm from Africa, but I'll tell you this, I'm into IT. I'm just tired of the W-2 from the 9 to 5 work, right? In order for us to just have that financial freedom for our family, this is the game. This is the game for everyone. So thank you for bringing me on.
Thank you for your words, King. And what is that worth to us to clean our own personal credit, to clean our wife's credit, and clean our sister's credit? What is that knowledge worth to know how to literally be a advocate and a resource for your family? I'm gonna bring on one other king, and we're gonna round out tonight. Again, I just want you guys to hear student receipts, not just mentors talking, right? I'm gonna ask King Mark. He usually stays ready. If he'd end us off for a testimonial about what he's accomplished in capital and any highlights or inspiration he wants to share.
Peace, family. Thanks, King Jay. Guys, in the interest of time, I'll just give you my highlights. Started around late November, so I'm still like one of the new kids at the block. My credit score, even though I thought it was okay, was about 702. I'm now at 771 across the board for the bureaus. I've also learned I started off with a total credit limit of $31,000 between 4 cards. I'm now at 168. I got approved just earlier today for another $20,000.
Hold up, stop.
Boy.
Stop.
Yeah,
Listen, hold on, Mark. Hold on, y'all. Listen, he's been in the program since November. He's already at over $168,000 in funding off $1,111 investment, and he's got $20,000 today alone. And now he sees a strategy to use it through infinite banking, which I'm sure he's excited about. We keep going, Mark. Go ahead. It's on you, Ken.
Absolutely. More information, more gems. The more I see what I can do with this kind of access to credit, the more we can leverage and make it work. So one of the advantages of this program, family, is when I came in, the biggest thing that's really changed for me is this confidence, understanding how to have a conversation about money, to really look someone in the eye when you're talking about money. I'll give an example real quick. My LLC, thank God to King E, that really pressed me to get it started before the end of the year, is only a month and 3 weeks old. Because of the gems I got from this class, I went to the branch manager the first time. He wasn't really interested in talking with me, but I kept persisting, which is another trait that we kind of encourage in this community. Be persistent, be confident, utilize all your resources. I knocked his door the third time. The third time around, he said, we don't do this because it's a new LLC. We've got no documentation. We're not even sure it's going to have good revenues. But I told you about the community, and I said, listen, I've got so many things lined up right now. I'm bulletproof. My concept is going to work. My business is going to make money. And 10 minutes into the conversation, he said, we don't do this, but I'm going to sign you up for a business credit card for $20,000. And so that was activated about a month ago. New LLC credit card activated, and I've got a great relationship with this branch manager. So all that came from me being active in the community and just getting all kinds of knowledge and resources from my community mates, and just run the play, work the process because it works. The last thing I'll say is this: when I first started, not only did I not have an LLC, my utilization of my credit cards was about 90%, which means I was not lendable to anybody at all. I met with King Energy. We figured out how to liquidate credit cards and make some other plays. This is now a coach telling me exactly how to run the play. My utilization right now, as of today, is at less than 3%, and I'm getting offer after offer for new credit cards because I want to do business with me. I just run the play, stay in community, and stay engaged. This is the place to be.
Listen, y'all, his utilization on his credit report is under 3%, but he has over $168,000 in funding. He got a new LLC just a month old and was able to get a $20,000 business credit card off a brand new LLC with no income, no revenue. And he just stopped, well, I don't know if you left your job or parted ways with his job a couple months ago. So you don't even need the income from your job. We're showing you guys how to create new wealth in the community. King Rory, I don't want to hold you all night, Kings. I told you till 8. So I'm going to ask you.
I'm loving this. I'm listening, man. I love it.
All right, if you got to hop off. I want to actually, man, listen, anybody that wants to really take their own destiny serious, I'm going to keep showing you the receipts and the fruit. You can say whatever you want to say. The work beats the words. So I'm going to ask Queen Jackie. I know she might be working. She's a traveling nurse. Queen Jackie, can I get you on? And Queen Cecilia, I want to bring our queens in. We had a couple of our kings stand on it. Queen Jackie, where you at? Let's see if I can get you to say a couple of words about your experience with working with you, even in our one-on-one coaching. I know you are moving around. Let's see if we can get you for a couple minutes, though.
Hi, Jay. Can you hear me?
I can. Peace, Queen.
Guess where I am right now? I'm in Conyers, Georgia.
Woo, woo. Come see me.
I'm just so excited. Before I started, I think it was in November, I had gone through like 4 different finance people to build my home, my dream home. So at this point, we're in the process of I've gotten a pre-approval. The finance people in which you work with have already contacted my contractor. They're in discussion about the finance part or how it's going to work to build from the ground up. So I'm so excited. I'm just waiting to meet you. And I mean, I've been doing real estate for a while, but this is a different level. This is above what I could ever imagine, you know, to be dealing in at this point in my life. So thank you. Thank you for the community. The $1,100 is really nothing compared to what I have received just these last couple of months. So to anybody who's thinking about it, just think about it. I mean, just do it. Just do it.
Listen, Queen Jackie is what I call our pre-retirees. So we help folks that are from Gen Zers and millennials just getting started, all the way to pre-retirees who are trying to sail off into the sunset. And she came to us and she was having issues with a dream home, a family home, and 5 acres she had, and how did she get it built with her equity and retirement, and financiers wouldn't finance her deal. King J made one phone call, and we got her pre-approved, got her builder in motion, and all of that. And then just as of this week, with another one of our clients, we just closed on about $580,000 of equity on a refinance, actually 7 refinances. We helped her refinance a 7 property portfolio, which she couldn't get done as well. So we'll bring you our special lenders or private contacts when you join our community. When you are family, you are family. What's mine is yours. And hopefully what's yours is mine in regards to resources and relationships. Let me bring on another queen who's I'm just watching grow in the program, and I'm really proud of her. Queen Cecilia, you still around? You here? I saw you a minute. There you go.
Sir, I am still around.
Yeah.
Yes, I am still around. And first of all, I just want to say, King Morrison, I appreciate you so much. And this is a God-sent mentorship program by far. I certainly do appreciate all that you have done, especially with the Bible studies that you conduct every Wednesday. And I had been praying for a mentorship program that I could get into, get involved in, and God has truly answered my prayers. And I just thank God for
Praise
that.
God.
But I started the program. I was somewhat hesitant at the beginning, but I followed you for a couple of months and just watched your demeanor, you know, and how you interacted with people. And I kept praying about it. And I just got the revelation. Just God revealed it to me that this is what I should do. So the end of December, I joined the program, and I tell you, I hit the ground running. And I applied for my LLC. It was approved within a week's time. I got my EIN, I got my DUNS number, all within a 2-week period. So if you're serious about changing your life, you can do it. It just takes a made up mind and taking that step. You know, and the Bible says, faith without works is dead. So you have to do something. And so now I am working towards obtaining a DSCR loan so that I can invest in multifamily units. And once again, I just want to say thank you. This is a opportunity of a lifetime, and I will be able to teach my children what to do, you know, so that they won't struggle within their lives. So I'm passing this down not only to my children, but also to my grandchildren. And I appreciate Mr. Douglas for coming on tonight and the passion that he has shown towards educating our people with these infinite banks. I tell you of a truth. This is certainly a dream come true and very knowledgeable. We need to take this information and run with it like never before. So
Yes,
I just
ma'am.
want to say thank you very much.
Blessings. Thank you for your warm words and all that. Guys, everybody on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that, you all have the opportunity to join this program and invest in yourself. You're not investing in me. It's not paying us. You are investing into yourself and your family and your future. And I'm just showing you that it's just not information. it's results, it's community, it's high frequency, it's not knuckleheads. This is faith-based, people that love and fear the Lord. This is from pre-retirees down to Gen Zers, just graduating high school or college. We got you. This is what we do. We're gifted to do. We want to encourage you. Hit the link in my bio. Click that link, credit to cash flow, the number 2, credit to cashflow.pro, and join. Find a payment plan. There's financing through Klarna available if you can't afford the 1111. Put it on a card, get reward points for it. Write it off as a tax deduction. This program will turn you up, but we can't do it without you. I can't go harder for you than you go for yourself. If you don't show up, it don't show up. So we want to invite you to it. Let me ask my brother and partner, King Energy. I don't know if you want to hop on and say some closing words, King. Again, we want you guys to click that link, and we want to show you the results we get and just serve you, man, and be a part of this community as we're growing and doing more business together. But King E, you got anything you want to give us?
I ain't got much to say. I just happened to hop on. I'm got my stuff going on with my family, but it's something to say, man. Jump on tonight. Jump on tonight, no matter what's going on. I know everybody in the community. Y'all miss me. I miss y'all too. I appreciate all y'all prayers and condolences. But I just wanted to tap in, and the night was powerful. It just re-energized me, and I'm glad you did these testimonials because it just made me feel more alive, man. And when you're going through stuff like this and to have people in the community that care about you and check on you besides just the finance and all that kind of stuff is even the more blessing for me as a mentee, a mentor. So if you're not in this type of program, I highly suggest if you're really willing to take action and you have the mindset to change, right? And that's the biggest thing. A lot of people, they do a lot of talking and they hear a lot of things online and they don't even take action on those things, right? But it's not going to work if you put it to work, right? And our community is designed to be affordable for everybody and for us to give way more than what we're receiving because when me and Jay became partners, he knew my sentiment behind what I really was passionate about, and it's helping people. Nothing that brings me more joy than helping people. Money is not real. Relationships are. Money is a made-up fictitious. We are the currency, right? And so the more people that you have in your network and the more strong relationships you have, the more currency you have access to. And I want you guys to kind of look at it from more than just a financial perspective and an educational perspective, but to be around like-minded people who are genuinely good-hearted and have good intentions, and everybody who's still watching this call and still been on here. I see all you guys on here. This is not a game. This is not a joke. This is not a show. We're not song and dancing. We ain't pulling out Lamborghinis. We ain't doing none of that because at this point, it's more about educating people who are beyond the fictitious things, right? And really want to be able to scale and grow what they're trying to do in whatever part they're in. I just imagine if you have messed up credit and Experian sends you a check for them putting something on your credit report. How powerful is that? It's like learning that and then being able to do that to somebody else pays for this, $11 and $1,111 itself, just from the education that is more important than just the finances that you put into it. And so I just encourage everybody, just stay positive, be around like-minded people, and don't give up and just keep going.
Amen, amen. Listen, y'all, it's here for us. Someone in the chat, King E, just said they, I don't know if you could see it. I think there was a price thing. They want to make sure they're in the right place from what they saw on the website versus what we're saying. So just look at that chat for us real quick. But yeah, my brother King E, man, so committed. Had a tragic loss in his family, and we send you our love. But he still hopped on the night. This is relationships, y'all. Relationships worth more than money. These are relationships we're building with people that we care about and that care about us. So we're gonna wrap up tonight. I'm not gonna hold y'all. We'd like to get off at 8. Tonight just went a little longer. It really was, much longer. But certainly, hopefully, impactful and powerful. Like this could be you. Like, what can your family do with an extra $20,000 on 0%? What can they do with using that money to be a down payment, or using that money to build their infinite banking and then leverage against it to make it a down payment on $20,000 is 20% down on a $100,000 property. And they exist. They're in Montgomery, Alabama. They're in Birmingham. They're in Detroit. They're in Philly. They're in Kentucky. They're in Kansas. Don't give me that $100,000 properties that exist. There's plenty of $100,000 properties. They're in Columbus, Georgia. They're in Albany, Georgia. right? They're in Memphis. $20,000 0% APR business credit card is 20% down on your first investment property. While you put it in your IUL and it's earning you 4, 5, 6, 7, 8% uninterrupted, uncompounding, and protected. Same money, all from the bank at 0%. Yo, if you do this right, again, we encourage you guys. Link in bio, creditcapital.pro. We're going to let everybody go tonight. King Rory, send us off. King, you are our guest tonight. Thank you for hanging out with us. I also want to mention, King Rory and I are launching, I'll be launching one of my first financial franchises. I'm going to ask you guys to be a part of it. If you're interested on any platform, DM me. If you want to be a part of this financial economic revolution and starting your own franchise, we want to train you. We want to work with you, being able to offer these services to our community at large. If you're interested in starting your own business, hit me up and DM me. But we want you guys to get this credit to cash flow program so we can build up your capital base, right?
Yeah, Jay, I want to say something.
Send us off, King.
Yeah, I want people to think about this. Where there's no vision, the people perish. And perish is a strong word. Perish means to do away with it. And what I've heard tonight is vision. It's not a dream. It's reality. It's vision. In other words, King Jay is showing you guys exactly how to do it. For those individuals who are obedient and listen and take action, your life will never be the same.
Won't be.
So I'll tell you this. What he's giving you guys is unimaginable in terms of payment. The bottom line is, don't forget what I said earlier. The word debt means do everything but tithe. So you should be looking for good soul to sow in. Myself, people I know, I'm going to send them to credit cash flow. The bottom line, because this is phenomenal. And this is real civil rights, empowering people to pursue their purpose. What I witnessed tonight, this is real civil rights. This is not marching and protesting. This is making an impact, man. So I salute you for what you're doing, and I'm happy to be with you. But the bottom line is, man, I'll come back and do a be-your-own bank for everybody. But this has just been groundbreaking, man, tonight. So I salute you, King Jay.
I salute you back, big brother. You're inspiration, man. I'm just being obedient to my call, marching ahead. I look forward to what we got planned together. Everyone, listen, be blessed. If you signed up, check your promo emails, your spam, get in that community tonight, start learning tonight, get ready for Tuesday's call, schedule your 45-minute session with us. That 45 minutes with us is double, triple your investment alone, because you're going to walk away with a real action plan you could not have created for yourself. Impossible. You don't know enough. So again, thank you all for joining us. We're back every Wednesday for Free Webinar Wednesday. Monday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm Ask Jay Live on all social media platforms. I'll still answer your questions and pour into you. And Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern is our private community where we literally give you the strategy and all of our resources. And we want to help you guys fast track your financial freedom goals. So again, Godspeed, man. Love y'all. And just like that, we're going to get out of here, man. Sorry for keeping y'all so long. We try to stick it to 8 normally. Yes, sir.
Jay.
King Kevin, yes.
Hey, I have a quick question, man.
I'll see that.
I filled out, I signed up for the 11. It was $11 and 11 cents, same as the $1,111, right?
No, sir.
But I did it last month, and my bad. I did it at the end of December.
Yeah.
And I was in the community, the credit cash flow community, and I seen the other day where I'm not in the community no more. Am I in the community or not? Is all I'm asking.
I don't have your profile in front of me, but the 1111 a month was courses only and was not a part of the 1111 a year, which is our community and mentorship.
Okay, but I was in the community with the school.
Yes. Send us,
all that.
drop your email right here and we'll screenshot it and then we can look that up. I don't know if you might have missed a payment or I don't know. I can't answer that here, but if you drop your email in, we can take a shot at it and try to get you access if you lost access or need to regain access. So we'll look at that for you. Thank you for speaking up.
Okay, I'm trying to see how to enter my info. It's not. I'm hitting participant. It's not letting me enter, Jay.
If you do it in the chat, you should be able to just type right in the chat your email. Are you on any of our social medias? Are you on my social media?
Yeah. Instagram and Facebook.
Shoot me a message on Instagram, please.
Okay, I'll do that.
We'll catch it, yup. And we'll get you, we'll track you down, see what's going on.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're here to serve. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank all of you guys for joining tonight. All our new students who will be signing up. Appreciate you guys. All my social medias. Thank y'all for hanging out. Hope you learned something. Tuesday night, we're gonna go deeper into the infinite banking strategies, deeper into the life insurance leverage. We're gonna show you how to actually calculate your carrying cost on the credit cards, on the insurance, and on your investments. So it's cool to say be your own bank, but then how do you actually not get burnt in the process and take on more debt or have more going on you can handle? So Tuesday night, we're going to slow it down for all those who join, and we're going to show you, I'm going to show you personally, I'll show you my personal accounts and how we actually executed this strategy, how you can do it too, right? So we're not going to just talk and theorize, we're talking about practical application and living this out, all right? Thank you guys, appreciate you, love you, man, we out, credittoCashflow.pro. Peace out. Social medias, man, thank y'all for hanging with me. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for hanging with me, man, on all platforms. Again, we have an opportunity to build together. If you're not ready to join, I'm always live Monday, Thursday, and Fridays. Ask Jay Live. Still giving out more value and game. This is 12 years now and running, just serving the community, pouring in. Hopefully something triggers something for you, and you can use these strategies in your real life. I look forward to tapping back in, man. Ask Jay Live tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Write down your questions for me. And for many of you, hopefully, I'll see you on Tuesday in our private student community, and you take advantage of this 45-minute one-on-one session that I'm offering you guys if you sign up by midnight. After midnight, it's a 30-minute session, still one-on-one. Look forward to building with you and serving you. So, all right, man, thank y'all for sharing this, showing love, all that. Good evening, good night, and we out. Let's see how I get this out. Boom. And how do I do this one? Boom. And social media is out. YouTube Live, we out.